Welcome back to the World Class Show, everybody. I'm Ricky, this is Gabe, and this is Jalen. I'm happy to be back with my boys. It's been a minute, huh?
It has, man.
Enthusiastic ass intro, bro. Like,
this guy comes to life out of nowhere.
for real, it's so
Yeah,
weird.
man.
But yeah, man, it's been like, it feels like it's been like a month since I've been in this booth, in this room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry, we had a little technical difficulties last week, so we couldn't shoot.
And we've been busy too.
We've been extremely busy, man. I'm happy to be busy. That's good for us, right?
Yeah, that's,
Oh my God.
I like being busy. I don't like being bored. So.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing this every once in a while now. 12 is enough.
All right, guys, we're doing this annually now.
Wrap it up.
But yeah, I'm just happy to see you guys. How was your weekend, Joe?
Weekend was good, man. Hung out for a bit. Didn't get much sleep, sadly.
Hold on now. Hold
What?
on. Let me
What?
cut you off real quick because I just want to say something real quick. So, shout out to Sunday FC for letting us come out to go play some footy, right? But why, when we're there, all three of us are together, this
I
man
knew
can't
he was gonna
perform, but
bring it
when
up.
we're not there and it's just him, he's Holland. He's
Bro, it's
he's
Okay,
scoring. He's
hold on,
scoring.
hold on.
Bro, you know what? You know what?
Holland.
J. Cole, applying the pressure, bro. I'm quoting his favorite artist. Applying pressure. That's it. He can't handle the pressure, bro.
What
Can't
happens,
handle so
what
much.
happens when you're sick with a virus, right? With a virus. And you get rid of the virus, you're better. These guys are my negative downfall. These guys...
Hey, man, the door's that way. If you want to walk out,
That's fine.
quit the team, you can leave, bro.
Quit what team?
If we're the virus.
I didn't know.
On the pitch?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
you
that.
guys are toxic. I'm not going to lie. But...
It's your
Yeah, man,
your
it
fault
is
for
what
not
it is.
picking me
It-
to be on
it
your
is.
team, bro.
Huh?
It's your fault for not picking me on the team, bro.
I will say...
we were
no,
supposed to all be together.
So what am I? Just enemy number one as soon as I'm on the opposite side?
Pretty much, yeah.
Technically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, not even enemy number one. I think I was just the only enemy out there, bro. Like,
It's funny because
That was- I was the literally-
we're teammates and I'm yelling at you the whole time.
Bro,
Jalen.
not a constructive piece of criticism was given that day. But you know what? All I gotta say is, I will credit it to 75%. Right, 75%. I'm not gonna give y'all that much credit. I'm not gonna say it was all y'all. 75%. I will say is because I took like a what? Like how long? When was the last time I went out and played before that? It was like a month.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it was been a long minute. So I'm gonna credit you guys with the remaining 25%.
Of what?
Of just negativity as being the reason why I wasn't so hot. So now I've had how many times? What is this? My third? That was it. My third time playing without
Second,
you
I
guys.
thought.
Second.
Third time, because the first time he scored 2 goals and 2 assists. Remember?
Oh,
And then
yeah,
The third time,
yeah,
apparently, he scored 6 goals.
did.
Apparently.
at Sunday
No,
FC.
that was over a accumulation of different games. But yeah, 6 goals, couple of, but like I would say like 4 assists. Ariel came out there. He didn't see the prior goals, but I got witnesses, so I got nothing.
Hey, I believe you. I believe that you got the
nothing to
goals.
lie
I'm
about.
just,
I'm
I'm
shocked,
just,
but-
I'm upset that like,
I'm upset that I'm not there to witness it.
and that's what I'm saying. And then every time we play together, you play like shit.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
time we play
also
together.
I will say this too.
Said yeah.
he agreed.
I will because I will say this too though. I don't really play with you on the same team. I think it's only been like once or twice that I've played with you on the same team.
I feel like it's Sunday for the most part. We've mostly been on the same team, except this past
I don't think so.
2 games.
Bro,
I think
yes,
I've
to
been-
your,
yes.
to
I've
your
been on his
benefit,
team
to your benefit,
No.
we don't.
The last time I remember when I got hurt that same day, you guys were together.
We're almost always together.
I'm saying I think that's only been like
Not
2 or
e-
3 times.
Not ever.
because
When I went for the first time, we were together, and then he was in the opposite team.
I couldn't notice the difference. I still got negative negativity. So
If I've been to Sunday FC
teammate or
7
no
times,
teammate, I heard
listen,
it.
if I've been to Sunday FC 7 times, at least 4 we've been on the same team.
Like I said, teammate or no teammate, I think I've heard it. But
It's constructive.
I
man.
will say no.
I want you to be better.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, I think no. It's because I think
I
you can't.
understand the break you down, but where's the build back up start coming in?
We know
Not
you.
yet.
We know.
Yeah,
you.
okay.
I don't think it ever comes in.
That's what I'm saying. I think you forgot. I think you left that part out of your whole.
It's just because I expect better of you. I expect better.
I
of you. That's
expect
why.
way better.
I expect
way
better.
more.
Hey, well, look. Like I said, I've been, playing consistently more. That's all it is. Playing consistently.
So Thursday, what can we expect on Thursday?
You'll see.
Let's attach a GoPro.
Yeah,
let's see it.
let's touch a
I'll-
GoPro. We have 2 GoPros.
I'll bring the
we have one
GoPro.
from Christian and one from
You
you.
got a
So
GoPro?
It's pretty shit one, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like
It's gonna
a
work.
3.
it's a 4.
It'll
yeah.
it'll do the job. No, it won't do the job.
I'll just tape an iPhone to my Look, I got a GoPro.
Just put the
I don't
0.5
know
lens
if it'll
on.
last the entire time we're out there playing, but
Hey, that's
you know, I will wear the GoPro. I will also, you know what, to give this a fair, a fair analysis. I will wear the GoPro next time you guys don't come out. So, which this guy's still injured, so who knows?
he's just taking it easy because
Just
he
taking
went
it
running.
I had to put the team on back that night where you playing like shit.
He definitely
He
did.
didn't really put too much.
Bro, he was doing everything. I ain't gonna lie.
bro.
Damn.
But anyways, well, cheers to back with the team.
Hey, man.
Cheers.
This
Been
is
too
not
long.
sponsored by High Noon.
Christian.
Appreciate Christian for the drinks.
I
Producer.
don't even have High Noon.
This is actually Gatorade.
Fantastic. But
I never got a
what?
question mark, bro.
But yeah, you want to take it away?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, what a week of football,
Yep.
or what 2 weeks of football.
Yeah,
I mean,
really.
this whole month, realistically,
Really,
like, the whole
honestly.
month of May has just been incredible for football. I mean, Champions League closing out the top 5 leagues, and we still have one that will be decided literally at the end.
Yep.
Some new winners, some old winners.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we want to talk about? Or do we want to go with the biggest of them all, Champions League? What do we want to start with today?
Champions League.
Let's start
Talk Champions
man.
League. You know what?
Yeah.
Top of the top.
Yep. So you and I, we were wrong.
Yeah, we were. I
Yeah.
was
I was
surprised, man.
Yeah. So Inter Milan, but hey, I'm just glad a Milan team is going to the final.
There's no other option.
Technically, we weren't wrong. We said Milan, but we
Milan.
didn't.
Listen, I knew it was gonna go down when Leao wasn't gonna play that first game, and then they were definitely gonna rush him back for the second.
Yeah.
That was, and so I don't know if he was fully healthy for that game, because I think he played most of the game, that second game. So, I mean, but I never feared that Inter wasn't gonna be the ones at the top. They had beaten AC Milan 2 times prior to the first game, then beat him that first leg, clean sheet him.
Yeah.
So.
I will say I was really impressed with the way Inter came out. Like, just I don't know if that's props to Inzaghi, but like they just so much intensity. I don't like it. Just seemed like from the jump they were trying to win every ball. You know what I mean? And I think like with the style of play and the way that it was going, I don't know if like with the way with the fans, you know, everybody being no matter what, it's a home game.
Yeah.
But it's just the level of intensity was nice. It didn't seem like they really struggled much at all.
And on the flip side, like the intensity from Inter was so good, but Milan just couldn't keep up.
No,
they were terrible at
Burned
the
it out
get-go.
or something. But
Like it was bad. The way that they were playing that first leg, and Inter just never took the pedal off their throats, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I think Milan was just for the second leg. I think Milan was. They were just playing too possessive. When not really forcing anything. They were just really just hanging around, just passing the ball, and not really forcing too much for Inter. And then it kind of just really was a big mistake for them, because then Inter Milan, they're really good at counterattacks. And so with that being said, like Inter was able to just capitalize from that and just get a 1 goal in the second game. So, I mean, shout out to Martinez scoring goals for Inter, but not for Argentina. But it is what it is, man. But I'm happy that Inter Milan, they're back in the final, and hopefully they can perform the same way against Man City, because that's who they're playing against in the final.
I hope the Yaya Toure curse still lives up.
Me too.
Wow,
Yeah,
I totally forgot about
yeah.
that.
Me too, dude. Me too.
I truly hope that.
What was the
still
reason
stands.
why? I forgot the reason why he put up.
just hated Pep, bro. He
Oh,
literally
yeah.
he just hated Pep. I don't know.
Or I think
I don't know if
was it
like,
him himself, or was it somebody in his
No, it
family?
was him.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
he went and got like a shaman or something.
Uh-huh.
I think and.
Like
yeah.
that, like
no,
he
bro,
put
no
a curse,
shame.
like
He
full
will-
on.
he will
Yeah, no,
admit
I
that.
know about the curse. It's just
Yeah.
I forgot who like implemented the
Yeah,
curse.
no, he
Yeah.
seeked someone out and was like, "Yo, I want this guy to never win the Champions League ever in his life. I wanted to drive him insane."
Bro, yeah.
So how much hate you have to have towards
A
somebody,
lot.
bro?
I
Like,
think
lot.
I think the curse is over though, because
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean,
seeing how Man City is playing right now, especially after
yeah.
that game against Madrid. Oof.
Am I crazy for thinking that these two teams match up well and it's not going to be?
No,
I don't think it's going to be a
I don't think it's
landslide.
going to be a
No?
landslide either. Yeah,
I think
really don't.
Inter matches up really well against this Man City team, and they play a 3-5-2 with wing backs, and they're really good wing backs. Like Denzel Dumfries,
Yeah.
really fantastic player. Onana is one of the best goalkeepers right now, and I mean that back three of Darmian, Acerbi, and Bastoni is insane. And you know it matches well with Pep's formation, which is I think it's also a hybrid 3-1-4-1. If those numbers add correctly.
Yep.
Something like that. So it matches somewhat well with what Pep will probably line up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a solid matchup, to be honest.
I agree. I if there's one game I want Pep to overthink,
It's that game.
It's this game right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, he already did against Chelsea.
He did.
Exactly.
He did.
So I'm pretty. I mean, I think he's figured it out, especially with the team he has now. Like every single player has been on point since they came back from the World Cup. So it's going to be I do think it's going to be a close game, but I still think Man City are going to be the ones coming out and beating the curse, but also winning probably 2-0 in that game. But I think it's just because, like I said, Man City overall just looked like a really good team. I think maybe with Inter Milan I don't think they really have like Edin Dzeko. I think he might be not the player to save them as well. And I think maybe Lukaku should come in and maybe start over Dzeko, or what do you think?
Nah, I don't. Think
No,
so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially watching him in that game, he's still capable. I think for sure.
Dzeko, 37 years old. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was surprised too, man.
Yeah, I would like honestly. That's what took me away a little bit because I'm like, man, like I feel like I've been watching this guy for a long time.
Former Man City player
Yeah,
too, man.
bro,
so
so-
it's gonna be exciting for him.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Lukaku does get playtime in this game.
He will.
I
He'll get
think maybe
playtime.
towards
He'll
the
get
end,
playtime,
but
yeah.
I don't
He'll,
know.
yeah.
I just don't see the
Dzeko
difference.
can't play a full 90. I know
Yeah,
that.
That's
So
true, that's true. But I don't know.
I can see. So if it's a 0-0 draw towards the end, which highly doubt it,
Yeah.
I can see Lukaku coming in probably towards the 60th minute because I see this back line of Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker, and Manuel Akanji. Lukaku's a big dude. The only person that I can see actually holding him down is probably Akanji. Ruben Diaz is not strong enough to back down Lukaku. Like you see the goal that he scored, literally backed. Like, he was boxing out that guy.
That's how he's always.
That's how he does. That's what he does. And
Yeah.
so when those defenders are tired, that's when Lukaku's going to come in the
Yeah, fresh
60th,
legs.
70th minute. And these guys are tired. So Lukaku's just going to overpower them. Not to say he's going to score, but he's going to create more chances with his back towards goal. Going to create spaces, drive Diaz away, and then anybody from that midfield can just come in, Mkhitaryan or Barella can come in and just, score a goal.
So you think that's the only way that Inter Milan can probably?
I think the only way Inter Milan can play is hold it down until the very last minute. Try and get those defenders tired, and then bring in Lukaku and try and force your way in there because they will be tired. They won't be able to contain, the strength that he possesses and just.
But in order to
score a
really
goal.
break down, in order to really tire down those defenses, you're gonna have to attack. Like you're gonna have
Yeah,
to,
I was gonna
And-
say
and that-
because if you
that
hold it
is
down,
true, but,
yeah.
I mean-
you're not really wearing them out. And then on the flip side, it's kind of like who is going to, from Inter side, like who's gonna defend Haaland? Who's gonna defend De Bruyne? Like who? Like
That's what I'm
do
saying.
you think that they really have like
Silva's he's on
bro
another level right
yeah,
now,
on
and
fire
Grealish,
right now.
he's starting to find his flow. Like he's found his flow this whole season. He's looked real nice. So they can hold it down, but if you're trying to tire these defenders down, like how are you going to do that when they're just going to be sitting back the whole time?
Yeah.
The only way I can see it is to counter, but the problem is that Man City don't commit a lot of errors. They don't make a lot of
Exactly.
mistakes that will probably lead them to a counter. That's the only way, really. Silva. I think Dumfries can stop Silva. To be honest, like Dumfries is a solid defender.
Yeah.
That is a matchup that I'm really excited to see.
Mm-hmm.
However, Grealish, on the other hand, I think he can get the best of whoever plays wing back on that side. So that'll be their Achilles heel. I could be wrong though, but I think that the game plan should be hold it down towards the end. If you can secure pens, might be the only way out. But I
think
don't
for-
see that
I think-
happening.
I think for Inter, that would be the only way for them.
I don't see it
Yeah.
happening, but the only way that you gotta either tire that defense out somehow and then make sure Lukaku powers them,
Yeah.
or you gotta go to pens, or you gotta go pens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think for me, that would be the only way for Inter Milan to win the Champions League is to go to penalties. I don't see them trying to do anything unless they go with that same route you're saying, waiting until like the 70th minute to bring in Lukaku. I can see that being a possibility, but I don't know. I think Man City has really not made too many errors, especially in the back too. So especially when they played against Madrid, we didn't really talk about the Madrid game.
Yeah.
Like, what did you really think about that game?
I was a little surprised. I think more at the second game, like getting cooked 4-0.
Yeah.
I was really surprised at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just surprised. Like, do I hold it against Real Madrid? No, not really. But I definitely didn't think it was going to go down like that at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought at least getting on the boards, at least a goal too, maybe. But I don't know. I didn't think it was going to go the way it did.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't, but
I didn't think it was gonna be 4-0 either. Like I thought it was gonna be like a 2-0,
yeah, man.
2-1. If it went 4-0, I thought it was gonna be like a 4-2, 4-3. You know what I mean?
Like last season, right?
Yeah, like
At least
it
fight.
was yeah. There was no fight towards the end. I mean,
Yeah.
after that second goal, I could see it deflating. After the third, it was like, man, just put in the subs, bro. Put in the
Yeah.
reserves. Do a full 11 change, like,
Bro.
like it was bad.
And that's what's crazy is like, bro, imagine you're playing against these people, right? Like you're playing against Man City. You're already down 3-0.
Yeah.
And then in the 80th minute, 86th minute, I don't know, but you got Phil Foden coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like that Julian Alvarez coming in. Like that's
what
just
I'm saying.
that's nasty.
And
bro.
when
Like,
those two came in, they scored the fourth goal, and it's just crazy. So I'm
Yeah.
like, bro,
yeah,
like,
literally one scored and the other assisted. So it's like, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's dangerous for them.
That's-
For Inter, I feel like that's the only sub they have is Lukaku to make that difference for them. But for Man City, even this past weekend, the whole team was on the field or on the bench, and still they were dominating against Chelsea. Which, I mean, sorry,
That's
but
fine. I don't care.
but
Dude,
it's
watch that
like
game,
Man
to be
City has
honest.
options on the field and off the field. So that's what I'm saying. I believe
It's-
Man City can definitely win it.
Inter has some good subs defensively though, because they could bring in Brozovic, and then Ruben Gosens is there too. I mean, Joaquin Correa is decent. So like, I mean, he's not a defender obviously, but I'm just saying they got good options too. I think depth will be the factor here
Yeah.
in how your subs play out,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
especially for Inter, because we all know that Man City's starting 11 is going to perform.
Final score?
That's tough, bro.
That is tough.
That is so
I
tough.
can't-
I knew I was dreading this question because I really don't know. I have to be realistic. I think Man City is like favored to win for sure, but man,
Do you see Inter getting on the board?
I do see Inter scoring. I think I see Inter scoring for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get in there and not score. I think at least if they do lose, I think it's a 2-1 for Man City.
I don't see him scoring, to be honest. But it's funny because my game plan is like Lukaku creating chances.
This guy came. I thought you were full Inter's gonna win. And this
I mean,
is how.
do I want Inter to win? Yes. But I have to
course.
be realistic. I can't
Yeah.
just be here and feed,
I don't.
craziness to the masses, bro. Like, I gotta be realistic.
When is the game? Is what? June
3rd or something like that? 4th?
June 3rd.
10th, I think. I don't know.
All right, let me sleep on it, man. Let me sleep on it because I really think.
I just
I
say
think with the amount of pressure, I'm an underdog kind of person, and one I would never want Man City to win the Champions League. So I think.
Well, it's different. Who do you want to win, and then what do you think it's actually gonna
Okay,
happen?
who do I want to win? Of course. Okay, Inter.
Right.
Who would I think is gonna win? I think Man City,
City.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Okay, there we go.
at least you getting them on the board, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely think that they will score. I feel like they have more than enough talent.
I don't know, man. I just
to
really don't
score.
because you say like they're gonna get tired, but like if the defenders get tired, okay, you're gonna take out Akanji and Ruben Diaz. Okay, I'm gonna bring in John Stones and
Yeah.
John Stone's
Well,
starting
see-
already. He's starting as a PM already.
But see,
And the
the
port-
thing is, I feel like they are going to make a mistake. Like, they are going to make... I don't think that they're going to play a perfect game. They're going to go out there and...
the nerves are there.
yeah, the nerve... Bro, you have to think...
They're gonna have that same Barcelona mentality. Like we've been here before. We're not gonna fuck this up, but they might fuck it up.
I watched them fuck it up against Chelsea. You know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah.
I think that, like...
Well, if we're talking the Chelsea game, that boils down to Pep not starting a DM. So it could go all the way to like, does Pep overthink it, make a mistake?
Yeah, and that's why I say... When I say...
I don't think he's
that
doing it.
mistake
Yeah.
can go all the way from players to the
Yeah.
manager. So
We'll see.
I don't know.
I obviously want Inter to win, have the jersey, but I think Man City is going to win, and no matter what my game plan is, that's just my game plan. Inzaghi, if you're watching, you should do this. But I think it's just like, bro, if
He's just,
what did
God, thank you, Gabe.
bro, if Ancelotti in Real Madrid couldn't have possession for like the majority of the game, what makes you think that Inter Milan will?
I don't.
When AC Milan, like I need to look at the stats, but I think AC Milan had a lot of possession in
Yeah.
those two. So like,
They
if
did,
AC
yeah.
Milan is
wasn't a lot-
such
it
a
was
heavy
like a-
possession team in Man City, how are they going to score? It's obviously a mistake, but it's just like,
I mean, mistake
This is
and
how I
counter,
see
and I
it.
think also too, like, I think the amount of intensity, they have to come back again with that same intensity, because I think a lot of teams with Man City are used to, like, okay, we have to sit back and defend, and we
Yeah.
kind of have to let them move the ball around, somehow tire them out. But I think if they bring that intensity and come at them like they did with AC Milan, like, that just goes to show. I mean, they had more possession, AC Milan, than Inter Milan.
But
So
Madrid kind of did that the same way when they didn't possess, but when they finally had the possession and tried to put a cross in or try to put Vinny through or something like that, it was impossible for them because the defenders were on
The
point.
defense, yeah,
So I feel like they will still walk in that same mentality, like, oh, it's another final for them. Like, that was their final right there, and it was a 4-0 scoreboard. So to go against Inter Milan, I think that's why I believe Man City would be
What's the score?
favorites. For me, I think
Yeah.
2-0. That's me being nice.
that's,
don't be nice. Be,
That's my
be,
score,
Be
too.
like, what do you
Too.
think is really gonna like?
I think for me, honestly, I would say another 4-0.
oh damn.
Yeah, I say another 4-0.
I think Inter have good
I know
defensive capabilities.
I think I'm being real disrespectful. Like, yeah, you're right. Dumfries is a solid defender, and like, but I just really believe like Man City are that team that will just dominate and win the treble, everything, and just they will basically put the cherry on top with a solid win against Inter Milan.
It makes me puke.
Yeah,
But-
so it is what it is. But I do want to ask about Madrid though, because with Real Madrid losing that bad against Man City, I'm happy that Barcelona won La Liga, but I don't think. To me, there's still a lot bit more problems for Barcelona to recover and all that stuff. Like, do you think this is a big issue for like the Kings of Spain? You know, losing bad in Champions League, getting knocked out early in the Champions League, losing bad to Man City 4-0. Like, is there a big issue with like La Liga right now, as far as
like talent,
talent, competitiveness in Europe, all that stuff? Like, for 4-0, like, it's bad. That's bad, especially for one being the reigning champions. Like, I would respect Madrid a lot more had they gone out with a fight. But losing 4-0 as reigning champions, and then, like I said, as a Barca fan, saying this right now, like, they are, I still don't, like, it's just,
I think
I didn't feel like it was enough for
like
Barcelona.
you weren't like
I wasn't satisfied, but I think it's just because of La Liga overall.
yeah, and I think it has to do with like a lot of like where the players are going, right? Like when you get these talents, it's kind of like a lot of them are going straight to Premier League. You know what I mean? Like when you have all these good players coming out of different leagues, like yeah, a lot of like Man City, other teams in the Premier League, they're gonna try and sign them first. So I
Yeah.
feel like there's so much more attraction to the Premier League, because it's like such a top level. And like, granted, Real Madrid got far in Champions League,
they did.
but I still think it's just like Premier League is such a imbalance as far as like talent that
Is it more entertaining than La Liga?
Oh, 100%.
By far.
Yeah.
Far.
Yeah.
By far, I think when you have a La Liga game, and you know what I mean, I don't hear people say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch Villarreal's Real Sociedad play against you." Like, no one's saying that, right? I will watch a Wolves versus Aston Villa game before that, 100%. So I never hear that. I don't know if that's just because of like where we live and us being in America, and like we're of course going to be more attracted to Premier League, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe they're going to get more push, more players going in, but I think outside of Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid and Barcelona, I don't think that there's like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even the big three name teams, like they weren't doing very well in European competition, but they're still a dominant team. But it's like why, like what's going on right now that is making us just look that bad?
Well, I mean, you guys have to kind of like Barcelona, for instance. You guys are stuck with what you have, kind of, right? Financially,
Yeah,
like you're kind of in a corner. You can't bring more players. That is y'all's number one like shadow or like darkness over your shoulder. Is like whenever you want to have a player, finance gets thrown into the mix, and it's kind of like, oh wait, let's be real. They check their bank account, and it's like, oh wait. So I don't know. I think there's that. I feel like Real Madrid. I think it's just you guys need players, you need more talent, more competition in La Liga itself.
Do you think it's also the football that's probably not attractive?
Like the style?
Yeah, attractive to like what English football is bringing?
I think it's the competition more than the style of football. Really? Yeah, I just think it's the level of competition that really is kind of.
What do you think?
I don't disagree, but I don't agree either.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about European competition. Who's in the final in the Europa League right now?
Sevilla and what's their name?
Roma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think the competition's there. I think it's there. I think and Sevilla they're not doing super hot in the La Liga either. I think.
Yeah, they're like 8th or 9th.
Yeah. But they always show out. Sevilla, every Europa League final that they played in, they've won. I think it's 6 times.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Europe play, I think they're fantastic. You got to think about who did Madrid lose to. Yep. They lost to a super team. They lost. We're talking Miami Heat, circa 2012, right?
12,
is that what it is?
Yeah,
right. Like we're talking Miami Heat, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they lost to a super team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4-0. Like, was it embarrassing? 100%. Should it have been 4-0? No, I don't think it should have been 4-0. Mm-hmm. I still think La Liga has a lot to offer to young players, and it sucks that it doesn't suck because I'm a Premier League fan.
Yeah.
But eventually, players that are kind of like in those lower league, like not the Valencia, but Valencia's like creeping with relegation.
Yeah.
But those players will leave to the Premier League eventually. But
right.
I think there's still competition there, and Barcelona they're still good. They have that pedigree of we're Barcelona. Real Madrid has that pedigree. Atletico Madrid still. They won the league, La Liga last year, right? With Suarez, right? That was last year, or that was 2 years ago?
I think that was 2 years ago.
Atletico Madrid.
I think
it was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, with Suarez. Yes, it was 2 years ago. Sorry,
Yeah.
but there's still competition, and we're talking a year. Real Madrid won it last year. If we're talking 3 years, we can have this conversation. But I think there's still competition there. I agree. Barcelona's main Achilles heel will always be financially, what they do with their financials. But no, I think there's still competition there. In Europe, they're still getting to the quarterfinals. Europa League is still Sevilla is still dominating. So no, I think there's still competition, and there's still attractiveness to that league.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just when you like there's definitely competition, but I think it's just the level of competition is just way more because outside of
it is way like the level of because it'll always be Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
It'll always be that.
Exactly. Whereas like Premier League, you have maybe the top 6,
Or
7 that are constantly at the top 6 or 7, but that might change. But
that's why I was loving this season for Premier League because it was so different this year. Like
it was.
La Liga, I'm used to seeing the same top 3. It was weird to see you guys down in the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
But that's why I was just more attracted to Premier League this year. But it's just weird because between 2010 and 2020, it was all Spain. Like Barcelona and Real Madrid were dominating, but now I think it's back to the English Premier League's turn now to be dominating in Europe and all that stuff. But domination, not only English Premier League, Italian league. I'm glad they're picking up too. 3 Italian teams are in European finals right now. Mm-hmm. So that's incredible.
That is, and that is incredible. Yeah,
and for the past 4 years, there's been a new champion in the Serie A. There's been Juventus, then it was Inter, then it was AC Milan, and now Napoli. And that
just with the Champions League, it's like within the round of 16, the only Spanish team was Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So it's like out of all those other, you know what I mean, other leagues have either one or two, more in
Right.
there. So it's
Yeah.
I think there's competition for sure. I just don't think it's a big spread of competition, and that's kind of more what I'm think is the issue is
Yeah.
like it's very small competition.
Yeah, and I mean, and kind of going back to the Europa League, like Sevilla beat some solid teams to get to where they're
Yeah,
at.
they did.
They didn't
They
beat they beat Man United, they beat Juventus.
Yep.
So, I think that we got to give kudos to the league, and I think within the league itself there's a big difference, which I've never been a fan of. But even now, Valencia used to be not at the top. They used to be like really creeping that top 4, top
Yep.
6. Now they're fighting relegation.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, speaking of Madrid, Valencia, La Liga, like it's unfortunate what happened this past weekend with Vinicius Jr. against Valencia, getting racial abuse from the fans. It's very uncalled for, but I just wanted to hear your opinions on the whole situation from that game.
I hate that we even have to have this conversation, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like it's such an old narrative, especially with it being Vinny. Like, I don't know why, but I mean, I could think of some reasons why. But like, as far as like thinking of who we're talking about, the people who are being, racist towards him is just like, it's just the amount is like insane. Like, it's constantly him after him after him, and I think to the magnitude of you have to kind of play into the previous conversation. Your top team, probably one of the best players in Spain right now.
Mm-hmm.
He is he is the star boy of
La Liga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to treat him, not saying obviously not everyone there is racist, but to have that many people, and then I think the way that the league and even the refereeing handled it is insane. And even it kind of, I was kind of watching it over, and like it genuinely pissed me off the fact that like other like players from the other team were kind of like, you can't hear what they're saying, but the expressions that they're giving him is kind of like, why, like, calm down, like, why are you reacting this way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro.
But it's just so disrespectful that the keeper came up to Vinny, and then while Vinny's being pulled back, he's being choked back by one of the players too. So, and then he's the only one getting red carded.
Yeah, and that's
in that situation.
That's 20, 30 minutes after he already had, they had to stop the game because people are being racist towards him, because he's having to point these people out. And even then, that's what I'm saying. Even then, that's when people were like, calm down. Like, I get calm down, but like, I feel like when you do that in a game, that kind of brings excuse to the people who are being racist. That kind of brings excuse, like, it kind of sheds light on saying, hey, you're tripping. You know what I mean? Like, you need to calm down first, when it's like, no, I understand being reactive is what people see, but I think that moment the ref was kind of like pulled him aside, talked to him, which was okay. It seemed nice at first, but then all hell broke loose later on, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of disgusting, and it kind of made me think even more. I was thinking, and I was like, because the refereeing was what like really like upset me, aside from like the fact that it's happening, is just like, bro, there's no black referees out there. You know what I'm saying? So being a person who's not black, refereeing a game, like, no, I don't feel like, number one, you're equipped to even like handle the situation or understand
what he's going through.
Let alone discipline him for reacting to the situation. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, the red card is just, I don't know. I don't see how they can. I've seen a lot of stuff like,
it's just it's after the fact of how they've handled everything. La Liga hasn't really done anything.
Villarreal just posted something today.
Or Valencia.
Oh, Valencia, sorry.
Yeah.
Valencia just posted something today, like, about it. And I'm like, what? Like, and they're basically trying to defend themselves. Like, they were like, oh, this is our history of fighting racism, and it wasn't the whole stadium, and it just sounds like bullshit, man. Like, no, just
there's
own
videos.
up.
Vinny posted a whole video and like a montage of the whole
being racist,
racism
A
of
whole collage of videos, bro, and it's like,
from not just Valencia, but from like the whole season,
the league in general.
Yeah,
because that's really what it boils down to. Is like, if I were the league, I would have would love to have seen that game be stopped.
Oh, me too.
Valencia not get those 3 points.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because the fans are not. You're not going to want your team to lose. Like, I don't care how mentally crazy you are and want to be racist and whatnot, you don't want your team to lose, right? Because that's all they care about. So,
But you can't win games like that, man.
Like
and
what?
Like with a crowd like that, you deserve to be relegated at that point. Like
100%. Like get out of
like,
here, and then
get some like discipline on that. But that's why I'm disappointed with La Liga. I mean, that's why I'm like bringing up that conversation of like something like this is even making La Liga look even worse because it's just now like our old team that used to be such a great top 4 team is now at bottom, but also looking like such a racist club to treat your star boy and trying to save the league. And now he's over. He's not leaving Madrid, but he's over here thinking like, I don't know how we can fix this. I don't know if I want to go somewhere else.
He's open to it. And
he's open to it.
Rightfully
It's just
so,
contract.
man.
On a contract point of view, it's not possible. But I mean,
rightfully so. I mean, he should be. I would want to get out. I think because it's not just Spain, right? It's everywhere. But I think especially Spain, like I don't know.
Just Vinny really exposed La Liga like that with that montage of videos.
Well, they exposed themselves not by not doing anything about it. Like this is not the first time this has happened. Like this is countless times, and nothing has been done. And I feel like
they did that to Samuel Eto'o back in the day too.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
And I think until they actually make a stance and do something, it's just like you guys will forever be at fault. Like I don't want to hear, oh, it's not everybody. I don't want to hear, oh, we put end racism on this, or oh, we put this quote on a jersey, or oh, we kneel for like.
That doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Like that doesn't do anything.
That is like such a slap in the face,
like,
bro. I really don't. And then I think just the icing on the cake is giving him a red card when he was attacked. You know what I mean? Like, to be attacked into that magnitude, the least he could have done was shove the guy off of him, right?
Yeah.
The least he could have done. So I don't know, man. I think it's a very all around mess up situation, but I think it speaks volume for not only where the league is at, but where football stands in general. As far as like truly taking like a look into separating like, oh, we're being fans into the thing, and then being like being realistic, being more actually have good morals, being a decent human being. Yeah. You can do all that and still enjoy a game. You know what I mean? Like that. There's no excuse for it whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything that Jalen said. It's crazy that like there has been no statement from La Liga like at all. Yeah. That is insane to me. To think that this happened over the weekend. Yeah. It is Tuesday. Yep. I mean, a statement should have gone out no later than the next whole 24 hours. Yeah. Like, no later. Writers should have been in that room. Like, you have to say something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something has to come out. You have to, and not even like I'm not even trying to defend just like Vinny because he's a star boy. I'm defending like all the other like players of color that have probably received this amount of abuse, but it hasn't been shown to light because they're not the level of Vini. Like think about that, about all of the players who are suffering from all this abuse, but it doesn't get shown to light because they're not Vini, right? And so and that's not fair. So I really hope that this is an eye opener for the commissioner of La Liga to really take a really hard look at who you're letting into, and even the teams themselves, who you're allowing into your stadiums, who you're allowing to, have a voice in the club. Because some of these clubs are owned by the players, by the fans. Oh, yeah. And think about it, like imagine your club being owned by like a bunch of racists. You know what I mean? Like it's wild to say. Yeah. And as a player, if you're a player of color and you see all this abuse going towards the other end, like you can't just sit there and be like, yeah, this is cool because it's against the other. Like, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine I wouldn't feel right. Exactly, I wouldn't feel right playing for this team, even if they're abusing the guy that's against that I'm going against. That's not.
I hate that it comes to it, but like I genuinely hope that like if nothing does get done, I really do hope Vinny leaves, solely just for like kind of like a Colin Kaepernick situation, which is kind of hard to compare, but similar. Is just taking that ultimate stance. I don't want him to leave football because I hate that even Colin Kaepernick had to leave football to make that stance. But I just hope that like something. I think it will send that kind of magnitude of a ripple of just like whether you leave La Liga in general and go somewhere else. Like I hate that it would have to come to that, and it's stupid, but. Honestly, I hope that if they don't do something, that Vinny can at the end of the day. Because I mean, it's just, I think it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's wild. Like people used to. I'm not saying that Vinny plays to the same magnitude as Messi does, but people used to go to the stadiums just to watch Messi, even if it was against your team. Like I think the Liga should be blessed. They are. I mean, they are blessed. They are blessed to be able to see Vinny play, and so the fact that someone of that magnitude is receiving that sort of abuse is insane. It's beyond insane.
It goes into like I was saying, like it really led me to look into like the whole refereeing thing because like that's you're officiating the game. You kind of in a sense
you
you're
control everything.
What is going on, and I think that it really made me look into it. I mean, to not much of a surprise because I'm not like I haven't seen anything different, but I didn't realize how long. Like the last time a person who is either black or Asian has reffed in like a top Premier League game, it's been since 2008, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane. And you're talking about for Europe, like the top 7 divisions, there's only 4.
It's crazy.
I think they just got to do better, man. They got to do better. It's insane.
I mean, I don't think Vinny should leave. I think he definitely, if he wants to like prove something, I just think he should stay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think La Liga really needs to really look at the situation and really try to fix this problem as much as possible. Like shout out to Ancelotti, he didn't even want to talk about the game. He wanted to just talk about the situation because he wanted to make a statement, making sure like, hey, this is what we're going through. I need y'all to fix this if I want to stay, because he can just leave and go to coach Brazil, for the last few bits of his career, but he decides he wants to stay in Madrid because he appreciates the club, he appreciates the league. But after this situation, I wouldn't want to stay either. But he glad for him that he was able to dodge all the game questions and really just focus on what's most important and in protecting his players. So I think if Ancelotti stays, Vinny will stay because he's basically protecting him and he'll make him even a better player. Yeah. And I think for that, I definitely would respect that a lot more, and just be like, you know what, you'll be fine. You'll be another champion here very soon. Which for a Barca fan sucks, but
it's bigger than that.
It's big. It's way bigger than that.
A rivalry or anything like that. It's the league. So and it's a culture in general. I think it's to the point where like Vinny's literally like he has said that like in Brazil, like people look at Spain, like Brazilians look at Spain as like they're racist. Like that entire country. You know what I mean? Like I know we deal with that here in America a lot, but like it's just crazy. Like when it's to the magnitude of like that's just what people know your country for. You know what I mean? It's kind of like come on, man. It's grow up.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, but we just hope that things get better. We stand behind Vinny. We don't stand behind racism at all. So we hope that fix that immediately for La Liga, so for that they can fix their image as quickly as possible by next season.
Yeah.
But
let's see. You wanna let's run down some domestic real quick.
Yeah, run down some domestics.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man, because your boys are back on top.
You know what? I just realized this man's been wearing this shirt back to back to back episodes.
It's been 3 episodes.
3 episodes, my boy. Get a jersey.
That's what happened.
I think stank.
I'm like, yo, I wash my own laundry.
I think stank doing it.
I don't need my mom to wash it. Okay.
I'm gonna put a stain on that right now. And so if it's here next week,
I know you want to see it dirty, but it's not, bro. I know you want to see it dirty. I know y'all want to hate. I'm wearing it because my boys just keep winning. I'm sorry. They're back on top, not only in the Eastern.
Look at the draw, man. I can't believe it.
Look at God. They are not only on top in the East.
That was a hell of a game too for y'all.
They're on top whole league right now.
And watch they bottle it. Just like Arsenal.
Like Arsenal.
What color is this? Come on, ain't no red in
on
the
now.
city. Ain't no red in the city. We're not gonna bottle it. We might, but we're not going to. I don't think so. Y'all, on the other hand.
Yeah, we're.
I don't know about, hey, I'm good. I'm in the playoffs. I don't know about him.
It was because
I'm good.
It was our game against Seattle it was our game against Seattle that messed us up. It was our game against Seattle that messed us up. First of all, I'm mad because Seattle lost to what's their name? Sporting when we were there. But then when they play against my team, they want to do the opposite what we saw and just beat my team. But Houston Dynamo, they did dominate the whole game. The only problem is that we had 2 red cards, and Basi and Hector Herrera were the ones that got ejected. So I'm like, wow, our 2 best players gone. So I'm just upset with, and we lost at like the last 5 minutes of the game. So I'm like, we just didn't know how to park the bus against Seattle. And then we had to play against FC Dallas and another team before that, but we lost against those teams. So that just messed us up a whole lot more. I just think we need to get rid of the coach and really just fix everything on that point because
form's not looking too good right now.
We're bottom. We're in 10th place.
Yeah,
right now.
y'all are not in champions.
We're not in playoffs at all. So we need to fix something. And I think getting rid of bless you. I think getting rid of Ben Olsen will definitely be a big thing for us. I think because we have a talented team.
To beat who?
We need to get rid of Ben Olsen.
Oh yeah.
We have
club legend.
Ben Olsen. Man,
stabbing him in the back.
I don't care at this point. For me to have the luck of the draw and at least be in the playoffs with you guys, I don't want to be in a situation where I'd have to listen to you guys the whole time talking about MLS playoffs.
It's gonna be a sweet. It's gonna be a sweet revenge when we're in the playoffs and he isn't. And you've been talking shit about Chelsea the whole podcast, bro. It's gonna be nice.
It's not that
deep. Look at God for real, man.
It is.
Okay, so what would you what's it called? Are you picking a side if that happens?
If my team doesn't make it to the playoffs?
Yeah.
I'm going.
You gonna rock him with DC?
I'm rocking with DC.
DMV, dog. What you
must
mean?
love losing, bro.
We're still in the playoffs.
We're still in the playoffs. I think we're 6 now.
We are 6.
This man.
You
hear him already?
We.
I'm keeping up.
You speaking French now?
But I mean, I'm keeping up with it. I'm keeping with your team. I'm keeping up with DC United. I want to make sure that us as a unit, we are keeping up with everything. So, hey, I mean, but like I said, I think we need to just change the coach because like I said, we have talented players. We're just not scoring goals.
I think y'all might need to change coach.
I don't know yet.
I don't know.
It's really up in the air. Like, I don't know if we should get rid of Rooney yet. I mean, this is his first full season, if I'm not mistaken. So I say give him a whole season. Like, don't just sack him now. He's got us in the playoffs right now, playoff spot. We have had some tough games lately. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. My bad. Gotta go back to my team. There we go. You know, we had Philadelphia, which were the champions. We tied. Nashville, it's a solid team. Tied. Red Bull. I mean, we lost against Red Bull, which I was kind of upset about that one. Because Red Bull are not good. Then we lost against y'all, you know, and before that, we won against Charlotte, we won against Orlando, we were there, we won against Montreal. So it's like we're like break even in the season. Like we're doing good, but we're not doing great. Again, like I've always said, if we just remain in the playoff spot, it's anybody's spot. Yeah. It's anybody's chance to win it. So just keep us there. Just keep us there.
Yeah, I mean, as long as y'all in playoffs, I think you guys are good.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
MLS, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, man. So, but
y'all
on a tear. So y'all are on a tear.
Y'all are.
So
yeah, I mean, we're playing New York Red Bulls right now, like as this is being recorded. So
Open Cup, baby.
Yeah, Open Cup.
Oh yeah, U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And I play against Vancouver or Minnesota.
You are.
I think it's Vancouver.
No, I think it's Minnesota.
Minnesota.
But next MLS round, you guys are playing against Colorado. I think you guys should be fine. DC United. I think this is your off weekend, actually. Is it not?
Got a bye week?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, you have a bye week.
Yeah. I mean, we've been playing.
Oh, no, you play against Toronto.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and then I play against Austin. I love your stadium.
I am Groot.
That was fire.
Hey,
that was fire.
Pretty nice, man. That's pretty dope.
Have you seen the movie yet?
No, not yet.
No, I need to see it.
I need to go see it.
We should go see it.
You want to go see after this?
Yeah, let's go see it after this.
I bet.
All right.
Fall asleep.
But I mean, I guess that's MLS roundup for. But I mean, quickly, want to just mention that Bundesliga.
Tight race.
Tight race. Who are we going for? I'm going for Dortmund.
Yeah,
I want Dortmund to win.
Man, I love Thomas Tuchel, but I'm running for Dortmund.
I was going to say, bro. I was going to say, no way you followed this man to Dortmund, bro.
Nah, I'm going full.
So if if Bayern Munich lose, do you fire Thomas Tuchel?
No, you can't. Not after signing him for after 3 months. Nah,
Bro,
like
I will protest if that happens, bro, because
that'd be wild, bro.
so messed up. Like,
And for him, like the way he got fired from Chelsea and then fired from Bayern, bro, just quit football.
This man
That
can't
boy,
win.
bruh.
you better give him freaking mental health
That-
counseling after
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, no, you don't fire him. You gotta absorb your losses and then go into next year. And then if he starts, the first 3 months are bad, then you fire him. Kind of like a Potter thing, kind of like Graham Potter deal.
I guess. But I want Dortmund to win, so hopefully they can win it the last day. That's this weekend.
Yeah, I want Dortmund to win.
Yeah, and then PSG, they're 1 win away from winning the league, and then I think Benfica and Porto, they're like it's
a
also tie race to the final day too. I think that's a good
I wish
game
they
to
would
watch
show
out.
those more.
Yeah, well, we don't have the money for it.
Somebody.
For more streaming services. And Christian, do you have more money in the
In the budget for a streaming service.
But we'll keep an eye out on for that. So sorry we couldn't talk too much about it this episode. But last thing I want to leave off, congratulations to Man City, but also my team Barcelona.
Happy for you.
You want a guard of honor right now? Like,
Yes.
man, no one care about La Liga, bro. They celebrated. I ain't see one post.
Did you just see this man?
You just chugged the drink,
I had like a little bit.
No way, he just chugged the seltzer, bro.
I've seen more posts about Newcastle getting top 4 than Barcelona winning the league.
No cap, yeah.
Well, because that just happened.
No
and-
one
but-
cares about La Liga, bro.
Well,
Bro,
even then,
come
Congrats,
on now.
bro.
Come on now.
I saw, like,
Congrats,
one
bro.
photo.
No one cares.
Nope.
I saw one picture.
Shout
Xavi
out-
throwing one beer. That's all I saw.
Shout out Sergio Busquets. What a wonderful career he had.
Yes.
Shout out to Xavi for bringing us back to the top. We're back in Champions League. Who's in Champions League? Us. Who's not? You two. So I wonder how those episodes are gonna look like next season. When I get to talk about Champions League and then you guys just have to
Oh
sit
yeah,
back.
it'll be great when you're stressing about it and we're not.
Yeah.
I mean, you're stressing to get back in the top
It won't
four.
be much
At
of a-
least on
Nah,
the second,
it won't
on
be a
the
long
top of the
time.
table.
Don't worry about
It
it. It
won't
won't
be
be
a
long
long
because
time.
y'all are gonna
First
fold
round.
like y'all always do.
Bro, first round they'll be out. It's not
Out,
gonna be much of a
bro.
discussion.
Couldn't do it in the Champions League. Couldn't do it in the Europa League.
How
Don't
did it
worry,
feel
bro.
for
It's gonna
you
be
this
short.
year?
Who
How did
has
it
more
feel for you
Champions
this
League? Who
year?
has more Champions Leagues?
Why do we care about the past? What you gotta talk? That's what they hold off to.
But-
The past.
no, but
bro.
you're
They
talking about the past.
No, we
gone,
gotta
But you're
talk
talking about the past
He's
too.
gone.
Nah.
Messi's gone.
But
bro.
we're still talking about the past right now.
I'm not.
That's technically present. We're still in the Champions League. You
No,
you
we won
folded.
La Liga. You guys are in the second table. The second.
You
half of
brought up
table.
the Champions League. Who's in the Champions League and who isn't?
Yeah,
So
but
don't-
I get to
don't
bring up.
take it back
I
now.
get to bring up Champions League because we're
See
in
what
it.
Barca does.
But I get to bring it
see
up
the
because
negative-
I'm in
the
Champions League. You guys
negativity?
aren't.
Don't worry about it.
So
Don't worry about
why
it.
are you guys gonna bring out the past? Because now I'm focused on the present, which you guys aren't in the Champions League.
Yeah,
So-
and then we say we're not gonna talk much about it because y'all gonna fold like y'all
exactly.
always do.
I
Don't worry about
get
it.
to just sit back.
Enjoy your few games, your 2-3 games.
I can't wait till he's like, my Barca, I can't handle it.
And we're like, you're gonna be drinking for a whole different reason, bro. Trust me.
I'm like
My Barca just lost to Benfica.
I'm like running in late in the podcast.
We just lost to Sporting, bro.
I'm walking drunk like it's another day.
We just lost to Club Brugge, bro. What the hell?
Hey, bro, you're talking about PSG now.
I can't wait till y'all
But-
lose to some bottom Russian team,
But
bro.
congratulations to us. No applause?
I already gave it to you the first time.
Oh, okay, my fault. I didn't
I
do it.
said congratulations.
Yeah, under your breath, bro.
Yeah. Where it belongs.
But yeah, that's the episode. I appreciate you guys watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. We want this to be out there for all y'all to watch. So share with your moms, your dads, your uncles. They're all together for graduations, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Watch this shit.
So
Watch
appreciate you guys. See you next week.
Also, hold on. We're about to post our archives on the World Class Football Instagram, so
And the YouTube.
and the
Oh,
YouTube.
and the
so
YouTube, yes.
we got some work coming out there. So
Yes.
peep, share. Appreciate y'all.
And tune in next week. We have some special guests coming in next week to
Yeah.
talk about the season. So you guys don't want to miss that. So
Be
please
a whole
see you guys next week.